Well, hello Cupcakes! Today I'm making a start on my cosplay of Ariel from The Little Mermaid, her tail version. The pieces of my pattern are currently flying away, which isn't helpful, but these are the pieces I have come up with. So essentially we have the full sort of tail piece here. The way I did this, well, I say I had some help. I laid out some paper on the kitchen floor and I got my lovely assistant Rolo to come and draw around me from the sort of around my waist area all the way down to my feet, which probably end up somewhere about here because I'm definitely not that tall. And then I essentially sort of created this shape, added a little bit of a seam allowance onto it, and added a bit more in the middle just so that I had some leeway for some movement, and that was essentially how it came together. And I also added this bit of length on at the end, because what this is going to do, I have been inspired by another cosplayer, and unfortunately I can't remember her name, but she made a Little Mermaid tail several years ago and came up with the ingenious idea of putting a zip in one of the side seams so that she could open it up and walk around when she went to conventions or did photo shoots, and then could, if she was having pictures taken, could then zip it up and have the full tail. She also put like a little pocket on the inside at the end, which was great. So I am pinching that idea. If I remember her name and can find the video, I will put a link to it in the description. So yeah, that's essentially how I did the main body of the tail. And then here I've got my fin pieces nice and big. So the bigger one is for the fabric. I've got a nice organza, which I haven't got out with me right now, but I've got a nice organza which I'm going to use for the fins. And then this smaller template is for the foam. I have bought some white foam, very thin foam, I think about only a mil thick, just to go on the inside, just to give the fins a bit more shape. And then I will be doing the same with the sort of waistband of the tail, as it were. This is the pattern I've come up with for that. So that was literally just, these two were literally just improvised, and yeah, until I was happy with the result. So I've done a mock-up. It is over there chilling out on my mannequin, and yeah, that's essentially where we are at the moment. So this is the fabric I've got from World of Fabrics. This is obviously the wrong side of it, although I do really like this. It's very shiny and cool. I love it, but I just thought this was almost just the right colour for Ariel's tail. So yeah, having said all of that, we can hopefully make a start and see where we end up. Right, we are working on the fins today. I am just cutting out the fin shapes from the organza. I've done a couple already here. As you can see, I'm going to double layer it because I want to make sure that the colour of green is nice and visible, as it's already hard to see on the camera. So I want to try and make that nice and visible. And as you can see underneath, I've got the main green fabric already cut out. So once the thread arrives and the zip arrives and the foam, which unfortunately I didn't realise is coming from China, to put into the fins, once that arrives, I'll be able to stick it all together. So yeah, see how we go. Fins are taking shape. Woo! Be swimming about in no time. So while I am waiting for more bits and pieces to show up to do my Ariel tail, I am working on the shell bra. So I had a go at this the other day with some Fimo clay, and this was the result, which obviously is not very good. So yeah, that was oven baking clay, which is great for like smaller things and flat things, but because I didn't have a round shape like this that I could actually put in the oven, I ended up with this random dish looking thing. So yeah, that was that didn't go well. So I'm going to try following some tutorials I've seen on YouTube, and most of them recommend using air dry clay, which I did actually have originally bought for this cosplay, but it dried out because I left it open for too long, and it was like dried out to the point where I couldn't revive it. So I've bought some more air drying clay. I've got a little template. I worked out a couple, but this is the one I like the look of most. And then I've got my polystyrene templates here, and the bra there, as you can see. So I will be essentially making the shells out of the clay and then sticking them to the bra. So and then what I will be doing is painting it. So this here is my my highlighting coat. I've also got somewhere some sort of like a pearlescent purpley colour, and I have a spray paint which I'm going to use as the base. So this is going to be a new thing for me because I am not very good at painting, not very patient when it comes to painting, but luckily Rolo is very good at it, so I will be taking some advice from him. So all that leaves me to say is wish me luck, and we'll see how this turns out. So for something so messy and like sticky and like weird, and something I've never really done before, this is really fun. This is like really therapeutic. I'm actually like really enjoying just like sitting here and moulding my clay. It's just, yeah, it's really nice. If you ever want some therapy, guys, make yourself some mermaid shells. It's good fun. Moulding of the first shell is done. I'm pretty happy with that, considering, you know, first time I've done it. Yeah, I'm pretty pleased with that. Looking good. Yeah, look at Flounder! Flounder arrived in the post. He's so cute. Oh, he's just adorable. I'm kind of sad because I know I have to like, I'm basically gonna like open his belly up and put a little pouch in and put a zip in so I can make him into a bag, so that when I take him to cons and stuff I can like carry him around like this, but he'll also be like carrying all my stuff. But I don't really want to open him up. I feel really bad because he's really cute. I'm just like, oh, don't want to. It's so bad, but yeah, he's super cute though. Just look at that little face. Look at that little face. Shells are dry and ready to be painted. I had a bit of a disaster with this one. I was trying to pull it off the polystyrene dome, and a couple of the bits on the edge broke off. So as you can see, I've had to like glue them back on. But the first one came off beautifully. So I'm gonna take it outside now and give it a spray paint. Yeah, it's kind of miserable and rainy outside, so I can't do any spray painting, which is very annoying. Gonna have to wait for it to be dry. So instead, I'm cracking on with some pattern altering for the sparkly dress. It stopped raining, so I had a first go at spraying. I may have gone a little heavy, but look at that purple. It's so purple. Oh my goodness. That's not what those are for. That's not what those are for. Ah! We have foam at last. The foam has arrived for the mermaid fins, and here's the first one I've made. So it's all basically the foam is now inside one of the fins, and I'm gonna essentially like paint little white lines on it. But look, it flows. It's pretty. So yeah, I'm gonna crack on with those this morning, I think. And the paint is now drying on the second shell. I just need to do the underside of that one, and then the other one, the underside is all painted. So just need to once those dry, I just need to crack on with putting them on the bra, doing some painting. It's all good. Fins are all done. They've got the little white stripes on them, which is cool. My head is kind of swimming because I had to use more paint. I used a paint pen and the fumes have kind of got to my head, so I'm moving on to doing the belt bit now. Hopefully shouldn't take me too long, and we'll go from there. I'm just doing some painting this morning, so this is what we have so far on my shells. So that's the colour that I spray painted them, excuse me, and this is the colour, the base sort of like main colour. It's just on here on my palette. I don't know why I did that, but yeah, this is the colour I've gone for. It's a beautiful what's it say, metallic amethyst, which is gorgeous. It's like actually kind of got like this beautiful pearlesque kind of shine. It's really pretty, so I'm just gonna carry on with that. My hands are already like a complete mess, but totally worth it because this is like really fun. I haven't painted like this for like years, so this is really fun. I'm kind of enjoying myself, so yeah, we'll carry on and see what the result looks like. I think I'm pretty much done on painting my seashells, so they're looking alright. Once they're dried, which hopefully shouldn't be too long, I'm going to take them outside, give them a spray of just sort of plain clear stuff just to keep them extra protected, and yeah, then they're good to go. Whoop whoop. Pinning the fins onto the tail now, and already it's feeling like so real. I'm so excited, guys, I can't tell you. Okay, so this is the fun bit because now I'm having to work out how to put like the waist fin on. That's the only way I can think to name it, is the waist fin on the waistband. So yeah, so I've basically got both my lining and my main tail and fins sewn now. Look at these fins, they're so cute. I just love these fins. They're just like, oh, I just love them. Oh, and now I've just dropped everything on the floor. I also put in a little sort of triangle of, let's see if I can show you, it's a little tricky, but yeah, I've put a little triangle of thicker foam in to there just to give it that bit of shape. I'm slightly anxious that my feet aren't going to fit into that, and I'm going to have to cross over my feet to try and actually get in. I was kind of hoping it'd be long enough that would be excess, but and like my feet would sit like somewhere sort of here-ish, but you know, that's me. I tend not to work these things out properly, but we shall have to just hope for the best. So I'm going to spend a little while trying to figure this bit out. Putting in the fins actually took me forever. I thought it was going to be a lot quicker than it was, but it ended up being quite fiddly. So, but I'm hoping this might be a little easier once I've got my head around it. So, yeah, let's see how we go. Time to stitch the belt in. Whoop whoop. This is a very exciting life I lead. Sewing bras, watching children's films with children's plushes. Yeah, quarantine hasn't done me any favours. Cupcakes, so I've had a break for a couple of days, but I'm now back to doing my Ariel cosplay. This is where I'm at now. I'm just stitching up down the inside, sorry, can't get the camera right. So stitching down the inside, and the zip has finally arrived, so that means I'm actually going to be able to finish the tail today, which is really exciting. In other news, the bra that I was working on didn't work out. I just didn't feel it was the right colour, and the way I was stitching it meant that it didn't stretch to fit around me, so I have now ordered a new bra, which I will either be spray painting or dyeing the right colour, which I can then sort of alter and fit the shells onto. So that's where we're at with our mermaid tail Ariel, which is great, which means we're really close to finishing actually, which is exciting. And then the next thing to do will be to test out the pattern that I altered for her sparkly dress and go from there. So yeah, progress is being made. It's all good. Hi, so I'm in my bathroom, delightful, and I'm about to dye the new bra I have bought for my Ariel cosplay. This is the setup right now. Look at that purple. That is like such an art purple. I'm hoping it'll work, but we shall just have to see. So wish me and my lovely pink gloves the best of luck. Here we go. And we're all mixed up. In she goes. What? Oh wow, that is some purple. That is some serious purple right there. Woo! Hey, so I finished dyeing the bra. That's what it looks like. Yeah, like, it's kind of lilac, which is nice because lilac's like one of my favourite colours, but not really what I need right now. So instead I have managed to get myself a paint pen, so I'm just gonna, as you can see, I've made a start here. I'm just gonna start like colouring in all this bit and then maybe around the edges here, just in case they start like peeking out over the top of the shells. And I also want to show you this because obviously with COVID-19 going on, we are being encouraged to wear face masks. So when I was in Hobbycraft, which has just reopened, I saw these fat squares and I couldn't resist. So it's going to be a nice fun little side project. Woo! Okay, so this is the result from yesterday's painting. So I finished colouring in the straps, and I did around the edges of the bra with the paint pen, and then I used the same paints I used for the shells to just finish it up and colour over it. And I'm glad I used the pen because, as you can see in the middle, I've just painted over just with the paints only, as opposed to with the paint pen, because obviously there's not going to be a lot of ink in the paint pen, and you can see quite clearly where the colour difference is. So yeah, I'm really chuffed with that, especially because when I put the shells on, it matches, which is really cool. So all that's left to do is glue the shells on and we are finished. And after some difficulty, I have managed to glue one of the shells on, and the other is now also gluing on. The difficulty I had was trying to get the shells in the right place on the bra. It was quite fiddly, and I messed up. So yeah, I'm now just hoping that, I mean, this one has glued pretty well. I left it to dry for a couple of hours and it's glued on pretty strongly, I think. So now I'm just going to wait for another couple of hours for this one to dry. It's being weighed down by my money saving pot at the moment, to try and get all the bits stuck in nice and tight. So we'll see what the result is probably in the morning. I've decided to use the fabric back strap that the bra came with instead of the plastic one, and putting ribbon over the top, because A, it means this will be easier to put on, B, it won't be as delicate, C, just won't be as fiddly. So yeah, and hopefully it will actually look a bit neater as well. So just colouring away with my little paint pen, and we'll see how this comes out. We have a seashell bra. Eek! Check out my shells. Look at them shells, they're so shiny. So the strap's on the back, and I did originally do it with ribbon, but this does look way better having just painted the fabric strap. So that is the seashell bra complete. Yes! Hey, so I've decided as part of my cosplay, because I couldn't bear the thought of poor little flounder having his belly cut open and being made into a bag, I decided I would make Ariel's little bag that she has at the beginning of the film. So I actually had an old t-shirt that I was actually trying to sell on eBay like ages ago, and that never sold, and I realised, hang on, that's like the perfect colour. I did think like, oh, I'll buy some fabric, and then I realised I had this t-shirt and I was like, that's perfect, like you know, as an upcycling opportunity, and you know, to save me a bit of money. So I'm also using some of the fabric that I bought the other day from Hobbycraft that I said I was going to be using for face masks. So that's going to be the lining, and then my old t-shirt is going to be the front. So yeah, I just thought that might be a fun way of like getting around the flounder problem and still being screen accurate, and yeah, it should be fun. So gonna crack on with that and see how it looks at the end. It worked! Look! I now have a little Ariel bag. Look on the inside. Ooh. Can't see very well because it's going to get dark in there, but oh no, that's where my phone goes now. Oh, yeah. So bag is done, which is really cool. Took me like an hour, which is great. Can't argue with that. So at least I have something to carry my stuff in now. Flounder doesn't have to be cut open. Yay! Whoop 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 whoop. Okay, everything is here. Everything is ready. All I need to do is put my makeup on and put it all on and see how it looks. Eee! I'm so excited and I'm scared, but I'm so excited. Hello? Ah! She's on! I am a freaking mermaid! I'm so happy I'm actually Ariel. This is like, whew. Oh my god. Like, this is the craziest feeling in the world. Like, my 6-year-old, I'm actually getting quite emotional. My 6-year-old self would be like in pieces right now. I cannot tell you guys how, I nearly swore then, how absolutely thrilled I am with this cosplay. I can't put it into words. This is it. And I'm going to try, and it's so annoying because my mirror is horizontal and I need it to be vertical, but there you go. But yes, I have done it. I have made my cosplay of Ariel from The Little Mermaid, something I have wanted to do, like I say, since I was about 6 years old. This is amazing. I'm so happy. I finally achieved one of the biggest dreams in my life. Yeah. But yeah, so let's talk about this. So, yep, fins down here. They've worked out really, really nice. They're a gorgeous size. You can see my toes as I wiggle. I'm supposed to actually put my feet into that little pocket that I told you about before, so it should sort of look a bit like this. It's a little tricky because obviously like my feet have to go on top of each other to fit. But yeah, everything else fits really, really well. I do feel a little, I'm not going to lie, I'm a little self-conscious because I do have a little chub, which is fine, it doesn't matter. But what I want to maybe try and do, I want to try and lose a bit of chub anyway. I'm not overweight by any stretch of the imagination. I just have a little bit of chub, which is fine. Flounder's got a little chub too, so it's all good. So that I just look a bit more like Ariel, basically, and so that I am a bit fitter and healthier. Yeah, and I'm a little self-conscious as well because this is, I think, the most skin I have ever shown in a cosplay before. So this is quite nerve-wracking for me. But if I stand up, it looks a little better. But I have put in some hip enhancers, some hip pads, to give me that sort of hip shape, because I have what I call hip dimples, which are basically like where instead of going like this, my hips go like this. I inherited it from my mother and my grandmother, and I'm very proud of that, but for a mermaid it's not ideal, so I've got some little hip pads in there. Yeah, I don't know what else I can say really. The zip works really well. Let's see if I can do this, like where the zip starts here, so if I just pull it up. I can't do this one-handed, bear with. Got it. So there we go, that's my legs revealed. So if I just pop my little feet out, my plan is I've got some little purple shiny dolly shoes to, look, I have feet. cupcakes. I've got some purple shiny dolly shoes to match the Seashell bra, which I'll wear like at cons when I'm walking around and stuff. And then what I probably need to do is add like some sort of chain or pearls or ribbon or something just to hold the tail up, so that when I'm walking around I can walk, but I can walk, which is great, and I can sort of show off my tail and stuff, which is really cute. Yeah, so the zip works brilliantly. I'm glad I did 2 layers because I think it gives it the tail that extra padding. I am so happy with the colour. I don't think I could have got a better colour, so I'm absolutely thrilled with that. The Seashell bra was certainly the most challenging part of this cosplay, I can't lie. There was some, excuse me, like shuffling my boobs around. There was some technical difficulties, but the results were worth it. I'm really, really happy with how this bra has come out. It was worth all the hard work to get this right, so please excuse my cleavage. That didn't happen before. I don't know why that's happening now. Yeah, and then the wig needs maybe a little bit of work, but I think I've got the essential shape, and I've done my makeup. I've just filmed a little tutorial to go with it, but I kind of had 2 different ideas on the makeup. So the first thought I had was to do like matching colours to this, so I got some like greens and blues and purples and stuff just to make it sort of you know, match the outfit. But then I kind of thought, actually I'm doing a screen accurate Ariel, so I wanted to get the makeup right. I'm just going to switch my camera out to be able to see my makeup a little bit better now. So I've gone for a more natural kind of look because Ariel's a mermaid. She doesn't wear makeup, so yeah, that is my makeup. I've got some really cool lashes that are thicker on the outside. They're not stuck on very well at the moment, but they're thicker on the outside and then thinner in the middle, just to give it that cartoon flick. And I've got my little like splash of red lipstick on. I might go a bit darker, but this is apparently the shade that matches my natural skin tone, so that's what I've gone with. So yeah, overall I am, like I say, just over the moon with this cosplay. I'm trying to find a better camera angle to talk to you guys from. There we go. So yeah, this has been, oh, there you go, you can see it from the back now. This has been like the most incredible adventure, this cosplay. I am just like, I'm trying to angle the camera so that it doesn't look like I'm talking to you naked. It's really weird. Let's get Flounder up too. So I got my Flounder, and he didn't get his belly cut open because the bag is also done. So I'm gonna like take this to cons with me, and it fits like my phone and like my makeup mirror and my little compact mirror, sorry, and stuff. So that means I can just carry Flounder around as my best friend without him being like sliced open. Yeah, I know, it's great. So yeah, this has been quite the adventure as a cosplay, and I'm really, really proud of how it's come out, and I'm hoping my 6-year-old self would be very proud of me too. So yeah, before I get too carried away and overexcited, I just want to say thank you so much for watching this video. What I am hoping I might be able to do is make a tutorial, a more detailed sort of tutorial on how I made this completely, so that if you guys like it and would like to make it yourself, you can do. So yeah, that's all I can really say for now. Thank you very, very, very much for watching, and I will hopefully see you again soon in another video. So bye for now, Cupcakes, take care. Bye.